Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing how to find a Counter-Strike team. You got people getting off of school coming up. If you're in college, you might already be coming out of school. If you're in high school, middle school, you still got a couple weeks left. You got a winter break coming up. You're going to have a lot of downtime on your hands, all right? Maybe your parents are spending the big bucks to buy you free Counter-Strike for Christmas, and you're looking forward to playing that. You want to play on a team, all right? Since you have so much free time, might as well try a team, might as well practice some, scrim some. Let's see what happens, right? So today I'm going to be showing you how to actually find a team and get on it. So first things first, you have to think about what kind of team do you want. Are you actually competing, or is this matchmaking with your buddies basically, and you need a couple extra players? If it's the latter, the matchmaking with your buddies, maybe you need a couple extra players, you're going to want to go to Recruit CS, the subreddit, and you're going to go through and just find players, lots of EU players, not a whole lot of NA players on here, but occasionally you can find players just, looking for teams. I don't know. This is actually where I found my first team back years and years and years ago, but you're not really going to be competing, but this is a good framework, especially if you're not really good or super comfortable with finding teams. If you feel that you're very confident and you're good at the game and you just need to move on to a team, you're tired of playing Face It or ESEA, whatever, I would highly recommend ESEA's Season 36, all right? The registration closes January 11th, so you have over a month to register for this. Unpaid teams, blah, blah, blah. The first actual day of games comes on the 18th, and the season goes until April, mid-April. This is going to be your best shot at getting any sort of experience in team play for Counter-Strike. So if you have no experience going into this, you're probably going to want to play on an open team. The different leagues go open, intermediate, main, advanced, MDL, okay? And open, you don't have to qualify for it. You can just register. It doesn't matter if you're a bunch of shittos, okay? You can register for it. Intermediate, you have to qualify for through open. Same for main, advanced, MDL. All right, you have to qualify for it in the playoffs of the league underneath of it, okay? So open, you can register for it. Nobody cares. So open, you're probably not going to have to pay to register. They didn't have people paying last season, season 35, because it was inviting more people to actually try it out. But sometimes, if there are fees, it's only like $7 a person. Not too bad. The fees do increase as you move up in leagues, so it does add to the prize pool. But so actually going about finding a team. So you're on ESEA's page, you're going to click this league, and you can do find players and team. Find a team, find a player. So if you're going to find a team, all right, you're going to want to go to filters and select which division, the ones I was just discussing. So if you're a brand new player, probably open. If you have some sort of history, so like on my page, if you go down to history, you can see that I've played an open, intermediate, and main before. So I do have some experience. You can go through and check out the ADR for each season and all that, and I've been playing since season 28, so I do have a decent amount of experience. So I would probably go to intermediate or main if I got lucky. All right, but if you're brand new, you're going to want to go to open, select which location. This is actually important because if you're West Coast, all right, you're probably going to want to play on a central team. There's not enough West Coast teams for there to be a West Coast division, so the open division, or I know for intermediate, there's not enough West Coast teams for there to be a West Coast division. It's only Eastern and Central. Open, there may be a West Coast division. I'm not 100% sure, but this is important because you want to have good ping when you're practicing with your teammates. You don't want to have a guy in New York and a guy in LA on the same team together, because then you're going to have to play Chicago, and both of them are going to be fucked. All right, both of them are not going to have the best ping that they could possibly have. If the New York guy played with a bunch of other people from the East Coast, he's going to get much less ping, same as if the LA guy played with a bunch of other people from LA. There are also Denver servers, which are good for West Coast teams. Yeah, just things to look out for. So probably select which location you are. I'm east, so I'll say east. And then roles, I would not sort by roles unless it's in-game leader. Okay. Even then, wouldn't really sort by it. One thing to keep in mind when looking for a team is do not limit yourself to a role. Do not say, well, I can only entry. I can only op. You're not going to be able to get on the best possible team for you if you limit yourself. All right. As soon as you start labeling yourself and putting yourself into a little box, it's just not going to work out well for you. You feel the need to be that thing that you told yourself that you have to be. Unless you go, oh, I'm just going to be a rifler. Then you could be support, you could be lurk, you could be entry, you could be second man in. There's a lot of different things that you could be, but just saying, oh, I want to be a rifler. All right. Or you can even step back a bit further and be more broad. Okay. You could say I'm a hybrid player. I can rifle and I can op. Okay, that might screw you out of main opping. So if you do want to main op, all right, you're gonna have to come out and say that, but you can't be a dick about it. Nobody wants a dick main opper. Nobody, oh yeah, I'm main op. Can you guys drop me the op? Like, come on, I need the op, guys. I'm like, fuck you, guy. Nobody cares. Be able to rifle as well. Don't just limit yourself to something. But unless you're in-game leader, do not select a role here. Just do all roles. Ages, honestly, haven't really had a bad experience with different ages. I'm glad that they added the 30 plus. It used to just be 21 plus. I'm glad that they're really catering to the elders. Okay. But ages doesn't really matter. All right. Younger kids are probably going to be able to click heads better, but they're going to be difficult to manage in a team setting where you get the college kids. Maybe they can't practice as much because they have more things going on in their life. It's, give and take for each age range. I don't really have I don't say, oh, I never want a fucking 17-year-old on my team. Like, I don't care. And then languages, I don't think anybody has ever not selected English or Spanish here. And there are Latin American open teams, so you're probably not going to have to worry about language. But so here we go. We have some teams selected. They do have ages. Don't worry about that. And these are all East open teams. So I'm going to go through, and I'm only going to pick the ones that have been most recently updated. Today is the 4th, so I'm going to go the 4th and the 3rd. All right. So this is Open Playoffs Plus, so you need Open Playoffs experience. We need a rifler. We'll scream 1 to 2 times per week. It's not a lot, all right? This is very, very preliminary practice. No full season of experience equals ignored, all right? So this is not just a baseline open team. These people actually want to practice a little bit more, and they want to have people on their roster that are experienced. They may actually be moving up to intermediate since they went 2-1 in open. Now we have a team of 4 friends who are looking for a 5th for next season of open, usually on from 8 p.m. EST to midnight, but sometimes on earlier depending on schedules. All right, this is a good team to join right here. You got 4 friends. They're all buddy-buddy. All you have to be is the 5th and not be horrible. They went 6-10 in open, so their expectations are not high. All right, that would be a good team to join. Shift, 3 is looking for an op or rifle to play Season 36 Intermediate. All right, first off, these guys are going to be a little bit full of themselves. You can just tell by how they're writing this. Want someone with an aggressive play style. Literally anybody ever has an aggressive play style. It's very rare to find somebody that has a very passive play style. We will be practicing at least 2 nights a week with another 2 nights for match days. It will likely be 1 scrim before the match for sure, but it will likely be 2 dedicated days of practice. Their English, isn't the best. They are Canadian, so, foreign country. We typically play 4 to 5 nights a week. Be willing to, I like it when people put these little bullet points. It makes it so much easier. You don't have to read through all this bullshit. All right, the bullet points, you know exactly what you're getting into. Be willing to learn and grow as a team. I'd fucking hope so. Don't be a team hopper. Now, you might be saying, well, that's dumb. All right, lots of open people will have so much experience, so much history. So as you can see, if you go to my history, all right, I have 2 teams, or here, wait. This little section, fuck, I can't just highlight 2 rows. I have to highlight the whole. All right, here we go. These 2 rows, season 34. I played on 2 different teams in the same season. Same goes for this. 2 different teams, same season. All right, so it shows up every time you play a game for a different team in the same season. Some people will have, let's say, season 34, for example. They will have 3 to 4 different teams, all in the same season, all right? That is not a good look to have. Try to avoid doing that as much as possible, all right? Unless you can explain why you got unlucky on teams 4 different times and they were all bad, and you being the common denominator, you're good, all right? Don't be toxic. Nobody's going to be like, oh, shit, can't join that, I'm toxic. Like, come on. Team player, I'd hope so. League experience needed, all right? See, they're not saying that you're going to be ignored. It's just needed. So you go into the tryouts and you say, hey, I'm, level 9, face it, level 8, face it. I have pretty good stats. Want to get into open. I've played a couple games before. And honestly, they probably won't care. And then willing to play CS on your free time. Again, I'd hope so. So there you go. We just went through 3 different teams that you could possibly join. These, of course, will be updated a lot more nearing the season start. So again, we're over a month away from when registration closes. So this will only start to grow and grow and grow. So I do recommend, if you do have free time this winter break, or if you're a college student, you got that whole January term off, okay, join a team. Maybe don't play the whole season if you're really not into it. But for the most part, I mean, it's a great experience, especially if you want to be introduced to a different type of Counter-Strike. I went from only pugging and only like playing ESEA and Face It to joining a team, and now I will rarely pug. And if I do, it's with my teammates, all right? It's a completely different outlook on Counter-Strike, and I highly recommend it. So all these links will be in the description, and by all these links, I mean one to the subreddit and one to the ESEA forums. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.